Operation Gomorrah, code name taken from scripture. A city marked for fire. Summer of 1943. Hamburg, largest port in Nazi Germany. Second biggest city of the Reich. A vital target, chosen by RAF Commander Arthur Harris. For one reason, maximum destruction, with minimum risk. The geography helped. Short flight time, no mountain ranges, clear shoreline, perfect for radar navigation. The Allies used over 2,000 bombers. B-17 Flying Fortresses by day, Avro Lancasters by night. Each aircraft carried up to 8,000 pounds of bombs. They used a new weapon, called window, thin strips of aluminum foil, dropped every few seconds. It jammed German radar, causing confusion, blinding flak batteries, misleading night fighters. The first raid, midnight, 25th of July, 728 British bombers, dropped over 2,000 tons of high explosives and incendiaries. In less than 1 hour, the target, central Hamburg, residential zones, government buildings, transport hubs, bombs fell in waves. First came high explosives, to blow open roofs and walls. Then firebombs, to ignite the exposed interiors. The result, massive fires, hundreds of separate ignition points, combining into firestorms. Coal stored in basements, dry wooden buildings, no rainfall for weeks, air temperature above 90 degrees, humidity below 30%. Conditions were perfect for engineered ignition. German civil defense was overwhelmed. 54 anti-air batteries, 22 searchlight teams, dozens of night fighters. None of it stopped the bombers. Few days later, B-17 formations struck shipyards, but thick smoke obscured targets, and losses mounted. The peak came on the night of July 20th. 729 British aircraft unleashed another wave. Over 2,000 tons of bombs fell in just 30 minutes. They hit Hammerbrook, Hamm, and Borgfeld, working-class districts, densely packed with tenements, families, and fuel. This night triggered the firestorm. Heat from the fires created an updraft, sucking air from ground level, creating a vertical hurricane. Winds reached 150 miles per hour. Trees were uprooted. People were knocked off their feet. Burning debris traveled blocks. Those hiding in basements were trapped. Oxygen was consumed. Many died from heat or suffocation. Some never burned. They just stopped breathing. Over 40,000 civilians died in a single night. 16,000 buildings destroyed. In less than an hour. The next day, the German High Command authorized the evacuation of Hamburg. Over 1 million people fled. The city was collapsing. Britain struck again. On July 29th, bombers misidentified the target. Flames engulfed Wandsbek and Barmbek. 300 civilians died, including in a destroyed air raid shelter. Each night, losses increased. German night fighters adapted. They brought down dozens of aircraft, but the bombing continued. The final raid came on August 3rd. A thunderstorm scattered the formation. Ice, lightning, and storm clouds broke apart the bomber stream. Many aircraft aborted. Some dropped bombs blindly. Others targeted the wrong cities. Over 50 civilians were killed. In Elmshorn, 12 miles from Hamburg, many were refugees, fleeing from the fire. In total, Hamburg was bombed for 8 nights. Over 37,000 tons of bombs. 16 square miles of the city were destroyed. 74% of buildings completely leveled. Factories, railways, ports, and communication lines shut down. All 4 U-boat shipyards and diesel engine plants damaged or destroyed. 2/3 of the population fled. Hundreds of thousands left homeless. Industrial production halted for weeks. Full recovery took over a year. Operation Gomorrah was not just a military strike. It was a blueprint for urban annihilation. For the first time in history, an entire city was turned into a laboratory for weaponized fire. The goal was not just destruction, but shock, terror, displacement. What began as strategy ended as fire. The fire had no borders, no mercy, and no face. Hamburg burned, and the world watched.